Let's use workflow automations to send follow-ups when you're waiting for an invoice to be paid or an agreement to be signed. So, a few things that you'll need to have set up before you do this. You'll want to have an agreement template. So, we're going to use our agreement templates to send to a client without needing to create a new agreement every time. Moxie can do that for you. So, that's here in workspace settings and it's under templates. So, you'll click on agreements and you'll create an agreement template here. You'll also want to have some email templates that are related to your agreements, letting folks know, hey, this is my agreement. So you'll set that up here in your email templates. Click on the plus button. I'll show you this one that I've already created, and you can see that I've used some tokens in this agreement. So I'm going to call out the form first name because I'm going to use this in an automation, and I'm also going to use my agreement template in this. So in order to make sure it all stays connected in my opportunity, again, we're going to use one of these tokens. So we want to use this proposal URL because that's going to direct whoever is getting this email right to the proposal URL. So we copy that here. You can click on it to enter the token into your email. And then I'm going to copy this and I want it to live over this Word agreement because we love it. So I'll click on the link. I'll add in that proposal URL here. And here is my email template for an agreement. Now we're going to take our workflow automations. So workflow automations, you want to think about these going in and out of your pipeline stages. You can manage all of those. It is totally customizable here under workspace settings and then pipeline settings. So here I want to be able to send my proposal and then I want to do something after I've signed it. So I'm going to do a different automation for each of those steps in the process. So we'll go back to workspace settings and then workflow automations. So here, you're going to decide when an opportunity enters a certain stage, this thing is going to happen. So we'll click the plus button. You can add in your name and you're going to choose opportunity enter stage and which stage in the pipeline that is. That's going to be your start. So this one I have set up for an agreement that I want to send that over. So the opportunity is going to enter the send proposal stage, and then this automation is going to flow. So I'm going to take my opportunity that has come into my pipeline and create a client because in order to have an agreement, to send an agreement, they have to be a client because that's what you're saying. We are signing up to work together. So you pull in this create client automation here. If you've already created a client and you want to use this automation with existing clients, you can skip that step. Now I'm going to send an agreement. So I'm going to click this send agreement button and drag it over here. That's what I've done here. And so I'll drop down. This is the agreement templates that I was just talking about. I'm going to choose to send this one, this product management and support. I'm going to send it to, let's say if they're already a client, I can send them it to the contact email. I can also send it to my opportunity email. You just think through what information does Moxie already have? And that way you can choose like, oh yeah, they'll have the opportunity email. So I'm going to send it to that email address. I've chosen here my email template that is agreement that I was just showing you. This again has my token here. So it's going to pull their first name from the form that they filled out. If you want to watch more videos about how to take something from a form directly into this process, you can do that. This could also be your contact first name, and you can always edit this agreement here. So let's say this isn't coming from a form, but instead it's going to come from a client record or a contact record. I can always pull down this token instead, and I can use the client name. I can also use the opportunity name if I would like. So I've got the agreement here and we'll save that. That's going to send my agreement. Now I want to set up my follow-up because I only want the agreement to be valid for a set amount of time and I don't want to wait forever. And I don't want to have to remember, oh yeah, I need a follow-up about that. So now we're going to drag in this wait for node and we are going to choose that we want it to be, we want to wait for the agreement to be signed. And we'll set up this maximum wait time. Let's say the agreement is only going to be available for 7 days. You can make that longer, minutes, hours, weeks, days, months, depending on how you want to run your business. So I've got my maximum wait time set up here. I do already have this set up in my automation here. So in this one, you can see my maximum wait time is 2 days. Now I'm going to add in a decision node. So you click and drag this in here. You can add a label, and you're going to add the condition that you are waiting for a proposal. And you want this proposal to check the status, and you want it to be fully executed. So you can make this automation work for you. For this specific case, I'm waiting for that proposal to be fully signed. So I'll show you how I have that set up here. Again, agreement signed. I've got the proposal. The field it's going to try to read is the status, and I want it to be fully executed. So now that I've got my decision here, since it is fully executed, now I want to change the stage to that their proposal is signed. And then I can kick off a new automation from there. Say, okay, great. My agreement has been signed. Now I'm going to do another thing with this new client. Maybe I'll have another email group that I want to send, or I can also have it create projects out of my agreements automations as well. If this goes through and it waits that maximum amount of time and goes into this node, it'll see, nope, you haven't signed that yet. Now I'm going to void that agreement because I'm going to want to send another one since that agreement isn't valid anymore. And I'll want to send them an email. So we can choose this void agreement. You just click and drag that widget onto the space and connect them. And then you'll pull in, oh, maybe I want to send them a text and just say like, hey, that agreement is done. See ya. Probably not something you would say, but just showing you that you can, in fact, you could send a text, you could send an email, you could set up an email template here and say, hey, just checking in on that agreement. I have voided it because the time is up. Let me know how you'd like to proceed. You'll hit save and publish this automation. Anytime you use an automation, you can always see in your pipeline when you click on an opportunity what automations have run and what information and activity has happened with that opportunity. So go to pipeline, click on the opportunity, and here you can click on automations to see what has happened. So this opportunity came in from a form. It sent out my proposal, and now I am waiting for my agreement to be signed, and it's going to go through this maximum waiting time. I can also see an activity. Here are all of the emails that have been sent. So I can see the proposal that's been sent. I can see the email that I sent to them as well. And all of that information is always here in the opportunity. Once they become a client, you can click on this client button. It will look like this before you turn them into a client. And then you can click on this to add them as a client as well. So you can see actually, because in my automation, I had it create a client, it has added them as a client here for me. So that is a quick overview of how you can not have to remember to send those follow-up emails. That's again in your workflow automations. And you're going to use a combination of sending these agreements, or the same thing works for invoices. You'll set your maximum wait time, and then you'll use a decision node to say, yes, this agreement has been signed, or no, it hasn't. And Moxie will send some automatic follow-ups after that.